What made you realize your family was gaslighting you? My family's favorite story was about how I, as a child, was imaginative. That's the word they used. Imaginative when I said my uncle took money from my grandmother's purse. Imaginative when I said my sister read my diary and told the whole school my secrets. Imaginative when I insisted my father had promised to pay for my college tuition before gambling it away. Over 30 years, imaginative slowly morphed into unstable, unreliable, and finally, mentally ill. They were a committee, and the official verdict was that I was broken. It was a slow, systematic erosion of my reality. I started to believe them. I second-guessed every memory, every feeling. Maybe I was the problem. The change began with a simple voicemail from my mother. She had called to tell me I'd imagined a family fight over a loan, a fight that had left me in tears. "Honey, that never happened," she said, her voice syrupy sweet. "You get so worked up over nothing." But I had a witness. My partner had been in the room during the original phone call and heard every word. It was the first crack in the foundation. I saved the voicemail. Then I started recording. I bought a small, high-quality audio recorder. I carried it everywhere. I recorded phone calls. I recorded holiday dinners. I recorded casual conversations. I wasn't looking for a single gotcha moment. I was collecting data, piecing together my own stolen history. For 5 years, I built an archive of their gaslighting. Hundreds of hours of audio, dozens of emails where they rewrote events, text messages where they coordinated their stories against me. There was my sister, in her own voice, laughing about how they all agreed to pretend a disastrous vacation never happened. There was my father, admitting he borrowed the college money, only to deny it a week later. The final piece was a recorded conversation with my aunt, my mother's estranged sister. I played her a few key clips. The silence on her end of the line was heavy. "He did the same thing to me," she finally whispered. "They pushed me out 20 years ago because I wouldn't play their games." She agreed to testify on my behalf, not in a court of law, but in a court of family and medicine. I scheduled a meeting with a renowned family psychiatrist, inviting my entire immediate family under the guise of a reconciliation session. They came, armed with their usual condescending smiles and feigned concern. In the sterile, quiet office, I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just pressed play. I played the voicemail from my mother. I played the clip of my sister laughing. I played my father's confession. Then I put my aunt on speakerphone. Their faces crumbled. The slick, confident masks they wore for the world dissolved into raw, ugly panic. The psychiatrist listened to it all, his expression grim. His final report was clinical and devastating, describing a prolonged and coordinated campaign of psychological manipulation. I sent a copy of the report and a curated playlist of their greatest hits to every extended family member. The family's complete social ostracization was swift and brutal.